Jared Dillian. Now you know a rich guy.
I'm Jared Dillian. This is the Jared Dillian Show. If you want to call to talk about your money, please call 844-305-7800. That's 844-305-7800. This is the Jared Dillian Show. So stocks are going down. There's one stock that is going up. Can you guess what it is? The Dow was down 1,000 points today. There was one stock that was up. Clorox bleach. And if you look at the chart of Clorox, it has been going much higher. It's been going way higher. So there's always a bull market somewhere buying Clorox bleach. By the way, I've never understood the purpose of buying Clorox bleach. Why wouldn't you just buy the generic bleach? It's the same chemical. It's the same exact thing. What's the purpose of paying $3 more for Clorox bleach? Never understood that. We're talking about healthcare. And why is healthcare so danged expensive? Why is it so expensive? I have the answer. I have the answer to why healthcare is so expensive. It is because we have third-party price-insensitive buyers of healthcare. Let me say that again. We have third-party price-insensitive buyers. We have insurance companies that don't care what the price of something is. They'll just pay for it. We'll have Medicare that doesn't care what the price of something is. They'll just pay for it. So when you have very large entities, and it's basically that they pay for pretty much everything in the healthcare market. When you have very large entities that don't care how much something costs, they just have to buy it, that drives up the cost of anything. For example, let's say, we're not going to go there. We'll do something else. I go to the pharmacy. I have medications. I go to the pharmacy and I get my medications every month, and they're two medications, and they're both generic. I have insurance, and the two medications together, the copay is $13, which comes out to about $150 a year. That's too cheap. I should be paying more than that. And I think most people should be paying more than that. Why is somebody else covering that? Why is insurance covering that? And there's no price signals, okay? If people understood the true cost of what they were buying, then there would be some rationing, okay? But instead, there's infinite demand. The way I look at it, insurance should only cover true disasters. Like homeowners insurance, that's the perfect example. If your house burns down, it's covered. Gets struck by lightning, burns down, it's covered. If it gets flooded, it's covered, or whatever. True disasters, that's what insurance should cover. It should not cover your Tylenol. It should not cover everyday expenses. It should not cover your marriage counseling. These are things that you should pay for out of pocket. And the problem is that we have these gold-plated healthcare plans, which will cover just about any medical expense imaginable. And it drives up the cost of everything. You know, when the whole Obamacare thing went down back in 2009, 2010, basically, under Obamacare, you have the ability to buy health insurance off an exchange. And when they designed Obamacare, they limited the types of plans. This I can't figure out for the life of me. They limited the types of plans that would be available on the exchange. And they basically made it impossible to buy a high deductible plan. So what a high deductible plan is, you could buy a plan where you cover everything up to $10,000. And if it's more than $10,000, then the insurance kicks in. And those types of plans are cheaper. They're much, much cheaper. And the government said, no high deductible plans. So we all have to have gold-plated health insurance. We're covering the Tylenol. We're covering the marriage counseling. We don't cover Tylenol, but you know what I mean. I'm just being facetious. Insurance should only cover disasters, okay? And by the way, like I'm okay with limited government involvement in healthcare. I think it's okay to have a public option, and that public option should be disaster insurance. If you are uninsured, okay, you pay for, the routine stuff. But if you get into a car accident and you get medevaced and it comes up to like $400,000, that's where the insurance kicks in. And the public option can cover something like that, but it's not covering your marriage counseling. Okay. Do you want to know how the price of insurance has driven everything up? Laser eye surgery. If you want to get LASIK, laser eye surgery, how much does that cost? It costs $2,000 to get laser eye surgery. Imagine how much that would cost if it was covered by insurance. If insurance companies were just, you said, it's elective surgery, but imagine if it was covered by insurance. You could say, I want laser eye surgery. The insurance companies say, we'll pay whatever. How much do you think it's going to cost? But since it's elective and it's not covered by insurance, people ration it. Same as plastic surgery. You want to get a boob job, right? It's elective insurance. You have to pay out of pocket, so people ration it. Insurance won't pay for that stuff. This is really easy. It's shockingly easy, So if you want to fix this, have the insurance companies only offer high deductible plans. Take insurance and make it real insurance. Don't make it this stuff where they pay for everything. And if you want to have a public option, you can have a public option that kicks in at a very high level. But stuff isn't free, right? Like nothing costs nothing. And if you think healthcare is expensive now, you should see what it costs when it's free. I mean, then it's really going to be expensive. By the way, Elizabeth Warren, she's out of the race now as of today. She, for a multitude of reasons, but one of the reasons she dropped in the polls was because she actually presented the true cost of her healthcare plan. And I forget the exact number, but it was like $52 trillion or something like that. And she put a price tag on it. And honestly, the price tag was kind of low, but she put a number on it and she said, this is what it's going to cost. And people freaked out. Bernie Sanders just said, everything's going to be free. And he never put a number on it. So everyone's like, yes, it's going to be free. And it's actually going to be free. And it's not going to have to be paid for by anybody. And so he won. You want to know why Washington, D.C. is the richest town in the country? I mean, it's absolutely the most wealthy place in the entire country. And it's because, me being in the military, I know a little bit about this. There's a lot of defense contractors. Around Washington, D.C., there's a highway, and they call it the Beltway that goes around Washington, D.C., and they call these guys Beltway bandits. All these defense contractors, and they way overcharge the government for anything. The government is a price-insensitive buyer of everything. There is no rationing. And by the way, socialized medicine will not stop people from getting rich in healthcare, but it will be successful in stopping innovation, and that would be a shame. I'm Jared Dillian. This is The Jared Dillian Show.
Jared Dillian. Own your money. Own your life.